God was keeping man away from the tree of life, because if man had eaten the tree of life, he would have lived forever in his sins without any hope of redemption. Suppose, for example, that a man like Hitler came along and ate of the tree of life and lived forever, and we would have Hitler for thousands of years and many more Hitlers, and they would control the earth. And so God sent death along as a judgment, but also a blessing, because every generation comes and dies and a new generation is born. And all the Hitlers of the world die eventually. And the Bible says in Ecclesiastes 3:2, there's a time to be born and a time to die. It's appointed unto man once to die, but after that the judgment. But often I find as a clergyman that people do not wish to talk about death. Why? In America, 17-year-olds, by the time they're 17, have seen an average of 15,000 murders on television. And there's a rash of bestsellers on death right now. And some think of death as a period of life. Sir Winston Churchill once said, "The older you get, the more sleep you need. Finally, you sleep all the time. In life, there are many avenues," he said, "but all lead to that all-embracing death." And I want to ask you tonight, are you prepared to die? Have you made any preparation at all for your death? Oh yes, maybe financially you have. But what about your spirit, your soul that's going to live forever? Have you made a study of it? Oh, it occupies a lot of your thinking. I know that. But the loss and the severance of things you love do not like to leave behind family and friends. And for others, it's not only a time of life, but it's a question mark. Death ushers in so much uncertainty, and we ask ourselves, why? You see a young man cut down in the prime of life, and you ask why? Or you see a boy or a girl, and you ask why? Why does all this have to happen? Part of it is the terror and the fear of the unknown. People never like to be unprepared. They're anxious about the future. And I want to quote one passage from Amos, the 4th chapter, that says, "Prepare to meet thy God." Are you prepared? If you're not prepared and have a doubt about it, pick up the telephone and call the number on your screen.